If you're out there and you have massive ambitions, but you're just starting out, you're either a teenager or you're a guy in your 20s, or you're someone who's tried everything else except for building a business in order for him to get his life on track to where they want to go. If you're that person and you just want to succeed in life, you just want to get the women that you want, you just want to achieve everything that is needed for you to be happy, not just in the future, but in the now. Because the momentum that's going to come in your life as a result of doing the right thing. If that's you, this is the right channel. And I want to explain to you what the 4 habits that you need to just get started on this journey, and in order for you to succeed long term, what they are. Like, if I start from scratch, I have nada, no one knows me, I don't have an account on social media, I don't have squat, and no one cares, and I don't know what to do. How do I start out? What do I do? I'm going to share that with you right here today in this video. Let's get right into it. So number 1, you need to take care of you first. And that means making sure that your sleep schedule is on point. That's it. You don't have to worry about anything else. Maybe you don't have a job. Maybe you've got nothing going on in your life. The only thing that you need to do right now is to worry about your sleep schedule. You get 1 point for that. Let me get back to what I mean by points afterwards. How do you take care of your sleep? I'll do it real fast. You set the specific minute that you're going to wake up in the morning. Don't even think about the night first. You want to understand, when do you want to wake up in the morning? And you should never wake up beyond 7 a.m. I don't think it's acceptable to wake up beyond 7 a.m. But you can start there. If you've been used to waking up at 11, 12, whatever, like 7 is a great improvement. And maybe you can eventually do 6. Maybe you can eventually do 5. It's fantastic if you can do that, because the first few hours of the day are the most important hours of the day. And I'll tell you why. It's because it sets you up for success for the rest of the day. If you wake up and know that you've worked on something for 2 hours before anyone has even woken up and like are groggy and like, trying to get out of bed, you're like a ballistic missile, like, give me the next task. If you can be that person, bro, do you know how far you're gonna go? Like, you're competing against like the top 1% at this point. Almost no one does this, okay? So we start there. And then now that you know the minute that you're gonna wake up in the morning, the reason why I say a minute is because you don't want to make it like around 7 or 8, because then it becomes 9 or 10. You want to have an appointment, or as Tony Robbins says, a date with destiny, okay? You want to have that appointment with yourself in the morning at that minute, that this is the time. We have a meeting to attend to right now, and it's the meeting with me. And I'm going to start my day right. Beautiful. So then you calculate, well, what are the 8 hours previous to that? So if it's 7 o'clock, that means that 11 p.m. at night, that's the time you need to go to sleep. But it doesn't start there. If that's the minute that you need to be sleeping in order for you to get nice 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep, that means that you need to set aside everything. The phone, the remote control, the talking to people. Nothing happens after that 1 hour before you go to sleep. This is the time you just wind down and you take a chill pill. If you do have someone to chat to, fantastic, great. But at least you're far away from devices. If you have a journal, fantastic. Piece of paper, pen, write down what's going to happen tomorrow, and then just have everything set up straight for the next day. Fantastic if you can do that. So that means that if you're waking up at 7, 10 o'clock is your deadline for getting rid of anything else that doesn't allow you to wind down in order for you to fall asleep at the right time. Keep that going. No matter what, Nothing changes with that. You're going to keep the same sleep schedule unless you improve it, okay, to a better time for the rest of your life. This is not just a journey that you start now and then you're going to, in the future, I'm going to wake up at 12. No, this is a life philosophy. This is the way you live your everyday. This is not something that you're going to ever quit. This is my life. I'm not going to quit doing my life, right? So you want to get to the point where you enjoy the journey so that the destination is right now. But it's continuously improving, right? That's the cool part about success, is that if you're doing the right thing today, you feel great. And the reason why you feel great is because you know that tomorrow's going to be even better. Are you serious? Like, that graph of mine is just going to keep going up. Obviously not linearly, it's going to go like that. But you're starting a new dawn of you, your name /2.0. We're going to make that happen right now. So that's sleep. Number 2 is exercising in the morning. Just get it done out of the way. So you got your clothes ready the night before, so that you could exercise immediately when you get up. Me personally, I like to get journaling out of the way so that I have clear-cut understanding for where I'm going, what my dreams and goals are, and also understanding, what's going on in my brain and in my life, because there's so much stuff going on. And then I also like to just simply get out of the way of the replies that I need to get done. Mark Cuban, he replies to all of his emails first thing in the morning. I don't know if he still does that, but that's what he said one time on a video. Me personally, I just reply to all my clients, all my team members, and everything that needs to be replied to. I just get that done out of the way in the morning. And then I go and exercise. Okay? So up to you what you want to do, but I recommend that you get the first thing that is the hardest thing to get done out of the way first thing in the morning. And for you, that might be exercise. And you want to make sure that you exercise at least 30 minutes. Like, it's not okay to just do push-ups. For I did 10 push-ups or 20 push-ups. Now I'm good for the day. Bro, you need 30 minutes of a sweat-producing something. Exercise that is maintainable, that helps you to improve on a daily, continual basis. 30 minutes. If that is just going for a jog outside, just do that. There's no one outside in the mornings, even if it's cold, and dark, and I don't care. Get it out of the way, because your body needs it. Your body's going to feel fantastic if you start exercising every single day. And if you're overweight, you're going to lose weight if you follow this strategy. So you sleep better, you exercise better. Trust me, that's going to automatically cause you to eat better. Just get rid of all the sugar and crap as well, and that's kind of part of the exercise, that thing that we're scratching out. Next, you know what next is? Because exercise is simple. Get it out of the way. 30 minutes. Don't spend 2 hours on it, by the way. That's a waste of time, and you're going to quit doing that eventually. Or you'd have to do it 3 times a week. Bro, why are you complicating your life? Why can't you just have a daily schedule that just works? And it's just every day, and you don't have a weekend, and it's just the way your life is designed, at least until you get to 10K a month, so that you can quit your job. Just do the same thing again and again and again and again forever. Okay? Now, next, you're probably gonna go to work, because you should have a job. If you don't have a job, we're gonna get one. Okay? So I would say that's next on the list, although this next step right here is the most important thing in your life if you're unemployed. Okay, sleep schedule taken care of, exercise taken care of. Now the next thing is to start talking to people. And at this point in time, I'm going to show you guys what I do myself and what you should be doing yourself as well. So this is the app that we have inside of OnTrack. Okay, so on the left-hand side, you'll notice that there is 4 habits. I just described the 2 bottom ones. You notice that? Awake and asleep. Me, I wake up at 5, I go to bed at 9. 30-minute exercise, non-negotiable, gotta do it. The other 2 habits, I'm going to explain to you guys now. And it starts with, you notice, 100 DMs, 1 YouTube, 1 Instagram. forget about the YouTube and Instagram for now. You're not ready for social media yet. What you need, if you don't have one, is a job. You need a job ASAP. If you haven't watched my video, How to Get a Job Fast, seriously, then you need to go do that. 2 or 3 times you should be listening to that stuff. And it'll explain to you how to get a job fast. But I'll keep it simple for you here. The number one thing that you need to do is to forget online applications completely. Forget about it. It's not interesting. You don't want that if you're unemployed. No online applications allowed before you do the thing that I'm just going to mention to you right now. You want to make sure you live in the vicinity of a place that has a lot of shops or restaurants available. If you don't live in a city and you live in a tiny, tiny town, you might need to move, okay? Or you need to take a bus every single morning to the place that does have a bigger city so that you can get stuff done. Because you're not going to change your life by being in your room because, oh, well, I'm just living in a tiny town. Change it. You want success? You need to go where the action is. So what do? You are going to have applications in hand. Okay, if you don't have a good resume or cover letter, make sure you DM me so that we can help you with that at Joseph.ONTRACC on Instagram. Have that resume and start giving it out to 100 people every single day. Every single day, no exception to the rule. Monday to Sunday, Monday to Sunday. You leave early in the morning, right? You're taking care of exercise, and you come home late at night. And you take care of business and making sure that you apply to 100 places. Most of the time, I'm being too chill with people and telling them, well, 20 is good, because you haven't been applying for anything, much. 100 is the way to go. That's how you get results fast, okay? And you're preparing yourself now for in the future when you're going to build a business. Guess what? You're going to be talking to 100 people a day, preferably 200 people a day. I personally think 100 is too little. You should be doing 200, but I'm going to give you a break because you got no experience when it comes to this. Over time, when you get more advanced, you can take it up to 200 people, but for now, it's 100. Non-negotiable. If you got to start at 20 and then increase, 10 per day, fine. But you're just procrastinating the day of your repentance. Just get started and start moving forward. Yeah, you got to get this done. Okay, so now that you've done that, if you do this every single day this week of doing 100 every day, 100 every day, 100 every day, you're going to have 3 jobs at the end of the week. Or at least 5 interviews or 6 interviews or 10 interviews. That is going to translate into 2 or 3 jobs. 1 full-time, 2 part-time. I've repeated myself many times about this before. If you haven't heard this before, make sure you subscribe because I'm going to keep reminding you that this is what you should be doing if you're starting from scratch. You haven't done nothing yet. If you want to succeed in life, I'm telling you, work ethic is number 1 non-negotiable thing that you need to have as a quality if you want an amazing life. You can't have an amazing life if you don't have a work ethic because it means you're useless to yourself, to your family, to your future family, and to society at large. You don't have a work ethic? What's going to happen when everything stops? When the government runs out of money and there's no, businesses that's willing to hire you because there's a depression. What are you going to eat? Okay? You're relying on other people now. At some point in time, you're going to become self-reliant. You know why? Because the universe has designed it that way for you not to remain a loser forever. A loser is just someone who's continuously losing, okay? It's not an attack on his persona. He's just continuously losing. So if you want to become a winner at some point, you got to become self-sufficient. You know what self-sufficiency is? It's the ability to create win-win situations with other people. If you create win-win situations with other people, that means that you're actually useful. You're useful to yourself because you can create something, and you're useful to your family, your extended family, and to society at large. Fantastic. Now we're going somewhere. The more useful you are in life, the more fantastic your life is. The more happiness and joy, bliss, all that stuff is yours, the more useful you are. The less useful you are, the more unhappy and depressed you're going to be. So just so you know, utility is the name of the game. Okay, so once we know that, you now have 3 jobs. Fantastic. Congratulations. What's next? Well, you're going to work very hard over the next few weeks, and it's probably going to amount to 80-hour work week, right? Congratulations, you're on track. Now we get to the next one, which is PYF. It says 10%, but I recommend that you do a lot more. And 10% of what? Okay, pay yourself first is what it stands for. You're going to receive a paycheck from actually working for these businesses. Great. Maybe it comes in 2 weeks' time, in a month's time, don't matter. You get your paycheck. What do? The first thing you do is you set aside a huge chunk of it away. You put it aside. Like, you don't touch it. It could be 20%, 50%. Preferably, it's 80% if you don't have much expenses. I promise this is what you need to do. Okay? Set it aside. And then remain with what you've got here to pay rent, to pay for food, to pay for transportation expenses, and some little bit of entertainment, which you don't have much time for anyway. That's it. And you pay yourself first. If you do that consistently, guess what? Now, it's cool to think about. If you save half of your money, okay? Just say save. You don't even need to invest or anything like that. Just let's use that as an example, although I don't recommend for you to save a lot more than 3 months of emergency fund. Grant Cardone has come to the point where he's like, what do you need an emergency fund for? Like, you shouldn't have one at all. You should be continuously reinvesting in yourself or investing in hard assets. So he's at another level, but let's just say that you need a 3 months emergency fund. Imagine if you actually set aside 50% every single month. That means that you are cutting your, just from that alone, and if we don't count inflation, that means that you are cutting your working life in half. Instead of working 40 years, even though we're not even talking about business now. We're just talking about your 40 years of working. If you just say 50% of your salary continuously for the rest of your life, you're halving the amount of time that you need to work, as long as you live at the same kind of level of expenses. Interesting. Now, your income is going to go up because you become more and more valuable to the businesses that you're a part of. So your expenses will also go up at the same time. I'm just saying to you that if you save 50%, you're cutting your work time in life from 40 to 20 years in the workforce. If you save 75% of your income, you're reducing it from 40 years to 10 years. Can you work for 10 years until you're free? Yes, you can. Okay? So there's a lot of things that you can do if you just do what I've just said without even trying to build a business. But let's say you do build a business, okay? Now we're talking, because now you're going to learn a lot of stuff. You're going to learn sales. You're going to learn how to talk to people skills. You're going to learn how to invest your money wisely into your skill set so that they can grow and so you make more money, right? And then you can start investing in businesses, and you can start investing in hard assets like Bitcoin, gold, silver, other businesses, real estate. All that's good stuff that the rich people are investing in. You will learn all that stuff, and you will begin to hire people. And this is the beauty of capitalism. You can become as big as you want, and it all depends on your own personal development. I heard today from Tai Lopez. I think this quote was amazing. I saved the recording on my phone because I'm like, man, if people just knew this, it's insane. He said that if you just improved 1% per day, like, it's actually stupid to think about that quote. Like, 1% a day, no one does that. And no one has the capacity to do that. And even if you did do that, you would finish off all molecules in the world, like, literally, within a few short years or something. Like, you can't increase by 1% every single day. It's too much, actually, and no one has the capacity to do that. But if you can improve 1% per month, ooh, now we're talking. Now it would take you, according to him, 964 years to actually finish, like, to complete all molecules on the planet in terms of numbers, okay? So you don't have to progress that fast. But the strategies that I'm giving you are implementing daily schedules that allow you to enjoy your life while you're making your life continuously better. and prioritizing the things that need to be prioritized for you to completely and utterly obliterate all competition. Because at the end of the day, that's all what we are, is we're competing against each other. And the cool part is that competing against each other requires us to collaborate with each other, because you create win-win situation, then you compete about, market share. Capitalism is freaking awesome, and I love it. And if you've watched until now, oh my gosh, like, you're freaking awesome. I just want to show you guys this thing again. This is the app inside of my business, the OnTrack business. It's made by my great friend Ben, who's my business partner, and we've spent years perfecting this app for you guys, perfecting this community. We have huge plans for what we're going to do with it. And if you want to participate and stay on track for the rest of your life in terms of doing the basics, the fundamentals, okay? The most fun thing on the planet is the fundamentals, so that you can actually achieve the biggest dreams that you have for your life, which is completely and utterly available to anyone that wants to work these habits into their lifestyle. You just follow those 4 habits, okay? And the top one, it's the financial habit, okay? It doesn't have to be the one that I wrote right there, which is 100 DMs every single day, talk to 100 people, and do a YouTube video every day, and do an Instagram reel every day. It doesn't have to be the same thing as me. But if you want to build the same type of business that I've built, then you'll have to do that. If you want to build another sales organization that requires sales, you'll have to do that. Or if you want to be a content creator, or you want to be a trader, or you want to be a software developer, for you, it's going to be 8 to 10 to 12 hours of actually putting in the work with those things, those ways of making money online. But most of you guys will probably be doing sales, so this is the most powerful thing that you can do to jumpstart your life. Just apply the principles that are inside this video. If you want to use the app, make sure you DM me. It's actually on iOS and Android right now. You can just search for it, OnTrack. It won't come at the top, but if you scroll a bit, or if you put ontrack.app, you'll find it. Or if you put OnTrack, and then it'll ask you, did you mean OnTrack with 2 C's? And yes, you did. You push that button, you'll see it. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, you guys. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.